Thank you for tuning in and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I will be going over my new favorite melee build for Project Ascension. As a combat sword rogue main throughout all of retail TBC, there was always a dream of doing the combat dagger build, and I was able to come up with a way to do it that is extremely fun and engaging to play. The core of the build is using Backstab and Venom as your main DPS output, using a unique combo of talents and random enchants to create what I call the energy battery to sustain your Backstab's high energy demand. I will break this video down into 3 smaller parts. The first part will be going over the gear that I am currently using. The second part will go over the talents and random enchants needed to get this build up and running. And part 3 will be going over the build in action and some gameplay footage for you guys to watch. I will leave a link in the description of the video below to the build and to my personal Discord if you have any questions about this build or any other videos. At the end of this video, I will be briefly touching on an update to my Twitch channel and streaming schedule moving forward. Let's go ahead and jump in game. I will see you there and in the next video. Let's go. Alright, so here we are in game. Let's go ahead and go over the gear that I'm currently using on this build and some stuff that you guys should look out for when gearing for this build. I'm using the full Rage Steel set, so the helmet, breastplate, gloves, and shoulders, necklace of trophies, Nether Fury cape, the epic Black Failsteel bracers, again Rage Steel gloves, Deathforge girdle socketed with strength gems, Bloodlord leg plates socketed with strength gems, the Obsidian Clod Stompers socketed with strength gems as well, Reaver's Ring, Overseer's Signet, Hourglass of the Unraveler, Bloodlust Brooch, Fell Steel Whisper Knives, Fell Tooth Eviscerator for the offhand, and Vile Blade of the Betrayer for the main hand. Even though this is a dagger build, I still do believe that strength is the best way to scale it. I have far higher attack power than I normally would as an agility character, and with my current gear setup and talents, my backstab, which is the primary ability for this build, has a base crit chance of 75%. Let's go ahead and go over the REs we are using on this build. In the legendary, we are using Overheating. You can use Soul of the Warden for a good alternative for some extra AoE DPS if you so choose. Inducing Trauma, Perforation, and Naturally Strong round out our epic REs. For the blue REs, we're using 3 focused attacks, 3 Vitality, 3 Vile Poisons, 1 in Opportunity, and 3 in Improved Poisons. Really quickly, before going deeper into the talent tree, let's really quickly go over what I call the quote-unquote energy battery for this build. The Inducing Trauma RE, the Backstab increasing the duration of your Rend, and then Rend increasing the duration of your Garrote. The way we get energy out of this is the Assassination Malice Capstone bonus. You gain 5 energy when your Rupture and Garrote deals damage. The way we use Garrote in combat is the Serrated Blades talent. This gives your melee hits a 10% chance to allow the use of Garrote outside of stealth. Combining these 2 REs with the talents allows for a large portion of your energy generation in the build, which you need very much. Okay, so going over the talent tree, we will go over the talents first, then get to the skills in a minute. Starting in the rogue, considering this is the primary of the build, we put 5 points into Malice, 3 points into Ruthlessness, 3 points into Puncturing Wounds, 3 points into Lethality, 3 points into Vile Poisons, 3 points into Seal Fate, 3 points into Focused Attacks, 3 points into Master Poisoner, 1 point into Cut to the Chase, and 1 point into Hunger for Blood. Over in combat, we put 3 points into Close Quarters Combat, 1 point into Blade Flurry, 3 points into Vitality, 3 points into Combat Potency, and 2 points into Savage Combat. Over in Subtlety, we put 2 points in Opportunity, 3 points into Relentless Strikes, 3 points into Serrated Blades, and 3 points in Slaughter from the Shadows. For the rest of the tree, we have points spread out a little thin around other different classes. Over in Warrior, we put 1 point into Weapon Mastery, 3 points into Improved Berserker Stance, pretty much for the reduced threat, but the increased strength obviously is very nice, and 1 point into Rampage. Over in Paladin, over in the Protection tree, we grabbed Blessing of Sanctuary and 3 points in Divine Strength for the 6% strength and the 10% of strength as hit. Over in Hunter, where our last abilities go, we put 1 point into True Shot Aura for our last talent tree point. Going over the abilities, let's go ahead and start in Rogue since it's our main focus. We pick up Slice and Dice, Garrote, Poison, Rupture, Envenom. Over in Combat, we have Backstab, Kick, and in Subtlety, we have Vanish for the threat drop. Over in Warrior, we pick up Heroic Strike, which will be macroed into our Backstab for a little bit extra DPS, Charge for a Gap Closer and some Rage Generation if you need, and Rend. Over in Fury, we have Battle Shout and Berserker Stance, and nothing in the Protection Tree. Over in Shaman, we have Call of the Elements to simultaneously put down our totems. We have Strength of Earth Totem, Wind Fury Totem, Totemic Recall to grab those totems back, and then Cleansing Totem. If your group or raid needs it, you can take out Strength of Earth for your Tremor Totem, which is also very nice. Over in Paladin, we take Blessing of Kings. In Mage, we take Polymorph just for a little extra CC. And in Hunter, our last ability will be Aspect of the Beast, just for a little bit extra attack power. Alright, so here we are at the dummy. I'm going to quickly go over the rotation and what you guys should look for while you engage the target. What you want to do is make sure all your buffs are up. I have mine up, so let's go ahead and do Blessing of Kings, Blessing of Sanctuary, make sure my Aspect of the Beast and True Shot Aura are all on as well. For poisons, I have Instant Poison on my main hand and Deadly Poison for my offhand. Now, the way you want to start your fight is obviously by dropping your totems if you can, and then you're going to charge in to get some extra rage generation, and on contact with the target, you're going to want to put a rend up immediately, then look to either do a backstab to get your Slice and Dice up, or Battle Shout and Hunger for Blood for the buffs. So let's go ahead and start here really quick. Charge in, do a rend, get behind it, do a backstab. I do Hunger for Blood, Battle Shout, put my Slice and Dice up on the target, look to get a Garrote up, and then a Rupture as soon as possible. Now we have the 1 point in to cut to the chase, but we usually go through so many finishers that the Slice and Dice stays up pretty much all the time. Now you can either look to do a 4 combo point in Venom, or a 5 combo point depending on what your crits allow you to. If you get the 4, don't fish for that last combo point. You're going to be more efficient with your energy and damage output if you just do a 4 combo point in Venom instead of trying to go for the 5th. So just look to keep your Slice and Dice up and your Hunger for Blood up. So there's a 4 combo point. I use Venom there instead of fishing for the last one. Now my Garrote is going to run out here fairly soon, so I'm going to be looking to put that up. It procced, and now a backstab into another Rupture. So this is the essence of the build. I love the way that the talents and REs feed into each other. I understand that Mutilate or like a Slaughter from the Shadows ambush build can also work. I just kind of chose not to because I like the way this bleed energy battery works, and I've always loved the ability backstab from a flavor standpoint, so I just decided to instead of playing the meta and doing the mutilate thing, I just chose to build it this way, and I've been having a ton of fun, and I think anyone who's played Rogue long enough will understand why I like this build a lot as well. So let's go ahead and end the combat. I'm going to go ahead and do a patchwork test. You'll see that here to see a final DPS number. I will see you guys at the end of that, and then after that you will see some gameplay footage of me doing some of the Headless Horseman event for the Halloween event, just to see what it looks like in combat. Alright guys, I'll see you at the end of that patchwork test. Alright, so we are done with the patchwork test. We have achieved nearly 4,600 DPS with this build. That's only maybe 50 to 100 DPS less than my slam build going full out. Now, just to give a comparison to the DPS of this build and my slam build uses axes that are basically tier 5 equivalent, and these are worse than tier 4 daggers. Now, given a little bit better gear and better daggers, I do believe this might even outscale my slam build, because I didn't have Sunder Armor applied to the target either during that patchwork test. So in a raid environment with more buffs and of course Sunder Armor in the target, I think this will actually outscale my slam build, and it is a very engaging playstyle and a lot more fun than just spamming your slam button. This actually has a rotation and some debuffs and buffs you have to keep up. So if you want a little bit more active playstyle and still want a very strong traditional melee build, this one might be for you. I will leave a link down in the description to an in-game builder if you want to try this for yourself, and a link to my personal Discord if you have any questions about this build, this video, or any of my other videos on my channel. Very quickly before ending this video, I do want to do an informal update on my Twitch and my streaming schedule. I have not been streaming for about the last 2 weeks. Long story short is my internet provider is a pile of shit. It is Comcast, and in my current area it is buggy, slow, drops frames a lot, it disconnects very frequently, and essentially what it boils down to is, as a content creator who tries his best to put the best foot forward to anybody watching, I don't feel good enough about my current situation as far as streaming on my current internet connection to warrant wasting the time, essentially, to bring you guys a subpar product. So I'm going to be taking that time to focus on YouTube as much as I can. I am working on getting my own internet connection for my streaming, basically, to have a more reliable internet connection. So please don't give up hope quite yet. If you're looking for me to stream, I will do my best to get that sorted out as soon as possible. But for now, I hope you guys enjoy these videos, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.